I was born on May 17, 1886, a king from the very moment I drew my first breath. My father, King Alfonso XII, had passed away months before my birth, leaving my mother, Queen Maria Christina, to serve as regent until I came of age. My childhood was not that of a carefree prince but of a monarch in waiting, shadowed by the weight of responsibility and the legacy of my father. I grew up watching my mother skillfully navigate the political challenges of a fragmented Spain, a skill I would come to admire and try to emulate. In 1902, at the age of 16, I assumed the throne in my own right. It was a time of immense promise and peril. Spain, once a mighty empire, was grappling with its diminished global influence following the loss of its last colonies, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines, in the Spanish-American War of 1898. The wounds of that defeat were fresh, and I saw my role as one of restoration and unity. I was an ambitious young king, eager to modernize my country. I supported industrialization, sought to strengthen the military, and aimed to mediate the bitter divisions between conservatives and liberals. But these were not easy times. My reign coincided with a period of global upheaval, the Industrial Revolution, the rise of socialism and anarchism, and the specter of war looming across Europe. The Great War of 1914 to 1918, known today as World War I, presented Spain with a difficult choice. I chose neutrality, a decision I believe was wise. While much of Europe bled, Spain avoided the horrors of war, and our economy prospered by supplying goods to warring nations. Yet, this prosperity was unevenly distributed, and discontent simmered among the working classes and rural poor. My personal life also made headlines. In 1906, I married Victoria Eugenia Battenberg, granddaughter of Queen Victoria of England. Our union was meant to strengthen ties with Britain, but it brought its challenges. One of our sons inherited hemophilia, and the public blamed my wife for bringing this affliction into the royal bloodline. Despite these struggles, we shared moments of joy and sorrow as we navigated the tumultuous path of royalty together. The 1920s were marked by growing unrest. The rise of separatist movements in Catalonia and the Basque Country, coupled with labor strikes and the influence of communism, threatened the stability of my reign. In 1923, a military coup led by General Primo de Rivera brought a dictatorship to Spain. I supported it, hoping it would restore order. For a time, it did, but the repression and economic struggles under his regime only deepened Spain's divisions. By the early 1930s, the tide had turned against me. The fall of Primo de Rivera, the rise of Republican sentiment, and the Great Depression eroded public support for the monarchy. In 1931, the municipal elections became a referendum on my rule. When Republican candidates won significant victories, I made the painful decision to leave Spain, hoping to prevent civil war. On April 14, 1931, I went into exile, first to France and later to Italy. Though I left my country, I never abdicated. I lived the rest of my days longing for Spain, reflecting on my successes and failures. My reign had spanned 45 years, an era of profound change for my beloved homeland. I had tried to balance tradition and modernity, unity and diversity, monarchy and democracy. History, I know, will judge me. I only hope it will remember that I loved Spain with all my heart.